Hello, everybody. Now I know it's been a while, but welcome back to Fatter Data Breakdown. In today's exciting installment, we'll be taking a look at the guaranteed banger between Jiri Prochazka and Alex Pereira for the light heavyweight championship. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, I would describe Jiri Prochazka as every fight fan's dream and every MMA coach's nightmare, because this guy is, you've probably heard me say this before, but he is all gas, no brakes. He is all attack, no defense. And when I say this, I mean this dude, I've never, ever seen him have his hands up in all the tapes that he have done. He just walks up to you and throws as hard as he can, caution to the wind. It's almost like that principle I heard once about samurais, where they say, if you go into war hoping to survive or trying to survive, you will surely die. But if you go into war knowing that you will die or accepting that you will die, then you will survive. Yeah, he takes this to the max. This guy is in there with light heavyweights, okay? Big boys, medium big boys, okay? And he is just like hands down coming forward. And somehow, for the majority of this monster's career, it's worked. Pre-UFC, he was just taking heads and rising. Literally, walk you down, punch you as hard as I can. I don't care. You hit him, he shrugs it, keeps walking forward. I don't practice MMA and I've never been in a MMA gym, but I'm pretty sure your coaches would not be happy with you just look at my chin, I'm gonna walk up to you and just punch you. But it works somehow. Somehow, I think it works because Jiri Prochazka's got freak strength. Okay, Jiri Prochazka's got what I'd like to call that gorilla monkey strength. And this is not exclusive to Jiri Prochazka. Now, what's gorilla monkey strength? You know how some dudes just have that, as Strickland would say, he touches you, you just fucking die. That's gorilla monkey strength. Anthony Johnson had gorilla monkey strength. Derek Lewis has gorilla monkey strength. Brock Lesnar had gorilla monkey strength. And Jiri Prochazka has it too. But the difference here is that Jiri's fast. He is fast and he's willing to move around. He is like 6 different places at once. And no jokes, it literally scares me the way this guy fights. He just walks, hands down, throwing as hard as he can. Look what he did to Volkan Oezdemir. He got clipped a couple of times, but he was just in there until we get to the point where there's no more octagon for you to run, and now you gotta eat this Polish hands. And I love it though. I really love this fighting style. Obviously, the downside of it is you lack defense, and you can get hurt. And he has gotten hurt and put away several times. I mean, if he was undefeated doing this, then yeah, I'd be very impressed. But we've seen the follies of it. As a matter of fact, Glover Teixeira showed the follies of it towards the end of the 5th round when he started clipping him and then he dove for the headlock when he should have just kept it on the feet and melted him properly. But when it works, it works. And oh my god, it works spectacular, making this guy a huge fan favorite. Along with the whole mystique of him just being a weird-ass dude, yelling out in the forests, talking like, just... It all serves the mystique. And if I was Jiri Prochazka, every time I got home after winning a fight, I'd just say, holy crap, that worked! It's kind of like, imagine what Strickland does, except minus defense and way more aggression. Because Strickland's actually, his defense is really sound, and he really minds it too, if you check, like when he's walking forward and he like shuffles, he's doing the whole, come on, he's goading you into like, attacking, so because he's already defending it, and he's already got to be moving, and unlike, marching forward and running towards you, he just plods. But we got a Strickland video in the works, that's for next time. But that, in short, is what Jiri Prochazka is. Just insane madman, fun to watch, who I hope his coaches have their heart meds because, oh my gosh. Now, going up against any other human being, I would have Jiri Prochazka to take it. But here's the problem. He's not going up against any old human being. Oh no. he's going up against Alex Poatan Pereira. Now, let's talk about this beast for a hot minute. Now, Poatan translates to Hands of Stone, which is a very, very, apt name because, this guy is known for sleeping people, particularly with his left hook. He not just, sleeps people, but he sends them into little mini comas with how much power he generates. Which I'm not gonna say is, surprising, seeing as the guy is a freaking mastodon of a human. And what makes this scary is, yes, he does have a gorilla monkey strength. I would gauge to say maybe a little bit more physically gifted than Jiri Prochazka. And the difference here is, unlike Jiri Prochazka being a machine gun, just sort of, continuous spray and pray. Not spray and pray, that would be an unfair assertion. Yeah, continuous fire. This guy's a sniper. Okay, he waits. He comes, he takes what he knows he can definitely get because he knows the power's gonna be there. He knows it, and it carries too. Okay, that's the beauty of Alex Pereira's style. It's not just slow and calculating to, sort of try to win on points. No. He knows that, it's generative, it's building. That's why you'll notice when he walks up to you and he starts hitting you, he'll first be like, 1, 2, and then becomes 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then left hook, and then coffins. So that, coupled with his immense strength and just constant calculating. I mean, we all have the meme of, he's stone faced and all that, but I feel like it's not necessary. I feel like people are reading that wrong. Okay, this dude is just thinking, is cerebral. Just, what do I need to do to get that left hook in where it needs to be? And he sits on it when he knows he's found it. Literally just digs, hits, cause when it lands, it's lights out. It's lights out. Y'all are probably smart enough to realize by now why this would be a problem if your style involves, not having your hands up. Yeah, it's gotta be, it doesn't look like it's gotta be too good for people who just disregard the strengths, disregard their defenses, because this guy has, not only from his kickboxing days, where he was, taking heads and leaving people in coffins, he has transferred that into MMA very well, being able to not only defend against what people would think would be a weak point of his, his ground attacks, but being able to win against a guy who was considered, okay, well, he did beat him back in kickboxing, Israel Adesanya and all that, but I believe Alex Pereira's style is perfect for light heavyweight, because now he doesn't have to cut, and he can come into the octagon a lot closer to what I feel is his actual walking around weight. But man, let's talk about his technique for a little bit, because I cannot get enough of this guy's technique. It is so easy to break down, but you see why it's effective, right? He is, like I said, calculated, right? He look like he's sort of like hopping up and down around you, but whatever he throws out, he will throw out to see how you respond to it, and he'll know, okay, if I want to hurt you like this, I'll have to do this. And then he sort of, without you even realizing, corrals you with his frame and his attacks, and I'm pretty sure whatever he lands just hurts like nothing else. So, he lands a leg kick, you switch positions, okay, then he throws a jab, you switch positions, now he throws something else, and before you know it, you're in a corner. Behind you is, ropes. Or a cage. In front of you, apocalypse. And when he has it, he has it. He knows. Doesn't exert himself. He knows. Much like a hunter. It's just stalking his prey. Ever closer. And you don't wait for the moment. The moment comes to you. And when it does, BAM! Lights out. Every time. I'm worried, y'all. I'm worried for Jiri. I'm really worried for Jiri, and here's why. Now, in my opinion, these guys are two sides of the same coin. Just, dudes with massive power, but they deliver it in different ways. And when it comes to how they fight, Alex Pereira will need to be, on point with his defenses, because what's going to happen is Jiri Prochazka only knows how to fight one way. And he will fight in that way, no doubt about it. But I really feel like he'll be coming out with something to prove. And he will fight with a lot of ferocity. But, obviously, this is nothing new to Alex Pereira, a striker coming out with ferocity. I mean, he used to be a kickboxer, after all. So, his frame and his patience will actually be Alex Pereira's friend in this one. Because, as we've seen in the Glover fight, yes, Jiri will do the damage on you if he touches you, and he will not stop touching you if he can get you. But of course, as we said, Alex is calculated, both in his attack and his defense. And in those moments, those wild swings, those high passion moments of Jiri just letting it all hang out, he will leave his guard down and Alex will time a left hook. It's gonna happen. I see it happening in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th, but it's gonna happen, I feel. This is just, it's right there, It's right there. Now, obviously, this is MMA, and something wild could happen, like, I don't know, Alex Pereira getting a submission or something. How crazy would it be if he actually submits him in the 5th? That would be wild, because, that's what he did to Glover. But anyway, I really feel like Alex is gonna find it. Alex Pereira will land the left hook. If not, he'll probably melt him, because, yes, unless if we see, guard high Jiri Prochazka come out of nowhere. I'm not saying that Jiri is a bad fighter, and I'm not saying it's a zero sum game, because yes, Jiri can still put the damage on you, and if he happens to clip him, and he can also melt him just the same. But light heavyweight Pereira is something else. He is a whole other demon. Not having to go down to middleweight, that it really takes a lot and affects a fighter in many ways. You've seen it happen where a guy has a terrible weight cut and just gets put to sleep in the fight, and it looks really nasty too. There's a reason for that, and he's not doing that anymore. As I said earlier, he'll be fighting at more his normal weight, so I feel like it's got to be a bit of a mountain to climb for Jiri, if he's going to try to climb it the way he will. If he's going to climb it the way I think he will, it's got to be a uphill challenge, and it's just Alex Pereira is not that guy, man. He's not the guy you come to with your hands down, man. Okay, it's just not. I mean, look at these. Look, it's got to be devastating. But yeah, that's what I feel is gonna happen. It's gonna be a grueling affair. It's gonna be a back and forth barn burner. It's gonna be insane. But I'm seeing a late finish, Alex Pereira. I think that's really all I have to say for that. Thanks for watching, and now we're gonna head over to it's a little outro and chill, This next segment after this is for my real ones, If you'd like to be a real one, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe. If not, feel free to click away now. Thanks for watching, but yeah, let's go. Welcome, my real ones, and as mentioned just now, if you'd like to be a real one, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe. So yeah, I'm gonna take this moment to address a couple of things. I know I've been gone for almost half a year. About my last upload was like 5 months ago. I've been going through some stuff. Can't really get into the details of it right now, probably ever. But just know whatever it is, I'm on top of it. And you'll hear nothing of it, not making an excuse of it. I now want to really focus on content, like proper. What I was thinking was I want to get ahead on like a bunch of fights. So I want to do a bunch of fighter data breakdowns probably for the next couple of months, maybe into some fights up to early November, maybe early January, maybe some November fights, and just get them out as soon as possible. The reason I'm doing this is because I've been saying it for the longest time, but I want to try and work on some like video essay type things. Not necessarily MMA, but obviously one or two of them will be fight related. I was even thinking of sort of doing a fighter data breakdown, like video essay type thing. I have a fighter I want to focus on for that one, but just in general, I want to try and do that, get into longer form, more like high production content as is, and also work on the podcast too. Yep, I'll be working on episode 2 of that one. If anybody's interested, it's probably the previous upload for this one, but if not, I'll just link it here. But besides that, yeah, expect a lot more fighter data breakdown. Expect, like fighter data fight videos from fights that are way ahead, and yeah, if I can do that, if I can maybe get up to, I don't know, maybe Marlon Vera versus O'Malley 2, then yeah, maybe I'll pause fighter data breakdown and now work on some video essays and the the short film trailer that's been on my channel for the longest. Yeah, I'll finally finish that one. But besides that, that is all, and thank you for being a real one. And I'll be seeing you in the next fighter data breakdown, which is gonna be Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington. Bye.